everybody, it's Amanda from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk, and today I'm going to recreate this lovely little wallet that we made, well I made and some other demonstrators made when we went on a recent visit to head office at Stampin Up headquarters over in Frankfurt for the European market, and we got to do some crafting and we made this beautiful paper wallet. It's not a new design, it's not a new idea, but you know, you can take the basic idea and you can do whatever you want with them, and we were shown this beautiful design. So I'm going to use their measurements, and I have started already because I thought I'd done it wrong and I haven't. So you start with a 12 by 12 and you first of all you measure, it's that way, yes, first of all you measure at, and it is in centimetres. I will leave all the measurements over on my blog. So first of all you measure at 5.5 centimetres and then 19.5 centimetres. Then you turn 90 degrees and you score at 6.9 centimetres, 7.2, 18.7 and 19 centimetres. You've got to make sure that those tiny increments there are spot on. It's really necessary for the opening of the little wallet, because it's going to open like that and then like that, and these little increments here are just a tiny gusset, just so that you've got room to fold it closed without it being all, you know, squished. So the first thing we need to do are cut out our lines. So we've got it this way round. Now we want the larger section at the bottom, that's going to fold up to slide things inside, and the smaller section is the top, which are the flaps that are going to fold down. I have done it the wrong way around before, it doesn't really matter, but so what we're going to do is we're going to cut up these two, up the gusset at each side, and then remove that section. And we're going to do it that top and bottom. So very carefully cutting that gusset out. Okay. Again, take time. It's quite a small increment there, so you know, try and do it nicely. Snip. Okay. And then what I may do is I may go away and pre-do the, you know, the things that I'm going to put inside. I'll pre-cut them and then come back, because I don't have them ready. I just switch the camera on and start crafting. That's kind of how I run things. I don't always plan what I'm going to do more than about 30 seconds before I start doing it. I'm not big on planning ahead. I think sometimes when you're crafting, you just craft what you fancy that day. Otherwise, you know, if you plan ahead, I get bored for plan ahead. Too far ahead. You get bored. And it doesn't feel like natural, like I'm just crafting in my craft room. So this is lovely paper though, I have to say. Not quite sure what stamp I'm going to use on the front yet. Haven't decided. I don't know. I'm just going to come in with my snips and just snip that a little bit neater, because those long scissors are a bit bulky for getting in. There we go. Into tiny spots. Let's do that one. Okay. Right, so then what you want to do is you want to round all of those corners. I'm going to be really cheeky and I'm going to use a retired punch, and I'm not bothered. It's the old Project Life one. You can use the envelope punch board if you don't have a if you have that and you don't have any other kind of corner rounder. I'm just using what I've got. This is what we have. That's what I have to hand, so I'm going to use it, whether it's retired or not. It's a good little punch. I hope they'll bring us another one. I really do, because much as I love the envelope punch board, It's a bit bulky to be getting out just around a few corners, so maybe I will put that in the suggestion box. We need another corner rounder. I'm sure they won't make us wait very long for it. Oh, yep, that's right. Okay. There we go. And there we go. Okay, so those are all nicely rounded now. So, the basic construction of the little paper wallet is those flaps go up and those flaps go down. There you go, we're done. See you later, catch us next week. No, that is the basic design, and that is going to fold like that, and that is going to fold like so. So that is the basic design, but you know, we're going to show you how to decorate it beautifully as well. So I'm going to go and get all of my elements ready, and I will be right back. Here we are, I have returned, and I have pre-cut all of the elements that are going to go inside my little wallet. So I'm going to show you section by section. First of all, we've got this little section. Okay, and we're going to make a little tab from it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the beautiful you lady and we're going to stamp her in Memento, because I'm then going to colour her with the alcohol markers. Okay, so get that nice and central, stamp her low to the bottom, because I'm then going to use my scallop tag topper punch. So she's stamped lovely. Okay. Scallop tag topper punch is always 2 inches wide. I'm going to put all the measurements for all of these on my blog rather than recite them all one by one. So we've done that. So now I'm just going to bring in some of my lovely new alcohol markers, and keeping it all in theme, I'm going to use the pinks. So I'm using the light pink pirouette, just trying to see which end's which, and I'm just going to, the pink in the DSP is Blushing Bride. I looked it up in between. When I turned camera off, I went and quickly looked it up because I always forget my colours. So I'm just very gently colouring that. I'm going to use Ivory to gently just add just a tad of colour to her face. Have I used the right pen there? Yeah, it looked a tad dark then, but you know. And I'm just colouring it very quick and brisk. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of, oh, I've forgotten her hat. Got to colour her hat in. Colour her hat in. And then add a little bit of blending, a little bit of shading with this darker pink pirouette, which is superb. They really do colour nicely, and then you can go in with the blender if you so desire. I'm quite happy with that. I don't think it needs the blender, so I'm not going to bother. And I'm going to just nicely attach this to the gold foil card layer, like so. And I'm just going to do a finishing touch at the top, and I'm going to use my tab punch. I'm just going to, I could have gold, but I think I'll have pink. I think I quite like that in pink. Thank you very much. And all I have to do then is I can use my, if I'm super accurate and careful, I can use my fast fuse. If I wasn't filming, I would maybe use wet glue there, but I don't have time for it to dry. Okay, add that there, and then you're using my very, very, very tiny, smallish 3/4 of an inch. That's not terribly straight. Let me see if I can just, there we go. I'll use it there. I can just add a tiny little bit of glitter. You'll have to excuse if you can hear any background noise. I think somebody over the backfield is having building work done. So that is the first part that goes in there. This is just some lovely matting layers. I'm going to actually use my red line tape sticking to this glittery surface because it's just that little bit stronger. And what we did when we were in Frankfurt was we stamped an inspirational quote on this one. I'm not going to do that now, or else my video will be 5 hours long. I'll just quickly show you the one that we did. We did this one, and it says "You've got this," and it's stunning. Oh, main shot. There we go. I'm just going to leave this plain so that somebody could maybe add a photo to it. You could add a little calendar to it, you know, a yearly one. You could stick a quote on it. I may well do later on before I gift it. And, you know, you can just leave it plain for journaling. So I'm using very vanilla cardstock here and the gold glimmer paper. I'm going to try and line it up nicely. There we go. So that goes in pocket number 2. So that's them 2 done. Okay, and then for the third pocket here, I have cut a gold foil card and some very vanilla, and then on this one I've used the, I think that's actually pink pirouette. I think it's slightly lighter than the Blushing Bride. I'm just going to do some stamping on this one actually, and I'm going to use my tabs for everything. What shall we have? Let's have the little arrow. So if I find my little arrow, where is it? In fact, I don't want an arrow. I'm going to have a heart instead of an arrow. Let's have a heart. A little heart. There we go. And I'm going to use my Blushing Bride ink. And it's like a little journaling mat for you to write things on. Ink that up. Just see if it's, yeah. So I'll have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So then you can write a list of whatever. Daily inspiration, I don't know, whatever you fancy. Bob that there. Let's have, I do like this here. Celebrate, and we've got some little stars as well. Let's have those out. This is the most awesome set ever. Tabs for everything. I absolutely love it. So celebrate. I want it the right way up. There we go. Since I've got Memento out, I'll use that. Save me getting another black ink out. Let me make sure I've got it the right way. Practice. Yep. Plenty on. And then I'll have the word there. Okay. And then my little stars. Let me see if they're going to stamp. My little stars there. And I think I might have some there as well. So that's my little journaling card done for that. I put that away before I stick my arm in it. And put that away before I stick my arm in it. Pick that up. Move these out of the way. I can move here out of the way. And I can now attach that to my pink coloured card. Got myself a lovely little journal. And you know, you can make these journaling cards up however you like. You can stamp what you want on them. Put whatever sayings you want on them. You can add more decoration to them. There you go, done. Boom. That's one done. And then this one here, we can... What can we do on that one? Let me have a look. Tell you what we'll do on this one. We'll have... Where's the little... We'll have the little... We'll have the little arrow on this one. Little arrow. And we'll have the word, what shall we have? Goals. Let's have goals. That's a good word, isn't it? Okay. So I can get my blushing bride out again. We'll have some arrows this time. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And these are a lovely quick gift for somebody. 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to put that there, else I'll more than likely lose that tiny little stamp. You must always put these ones back in the box, the tabs for everything, because they are only little and you don't want to lose them. That would be a nightmare. So I'm going to use this one now that says goals. Make sure it's the right way, which it is. I think I'll have it in black again. Main shot. And we'll stamp that at the top there. Like so. Okay. That looks cute. And then we could have some of these little doodah what's-its. These little... I just need my pokey tool for these because they're too small for me to pick up by hand. I can add some of these little gems like so. Okay. If you do any kind of journaling, you can take these ideas for, you know, for your journaling cards or your memories and more or whatever. Whatever. Okay, so we're going to have some more fast fuse on the back of that one. Should have done that before I put the gems on, really. And we'll layer that up on there like so. Try and get it straight. And there's another journaling card for the middle. Okay. So we've got a plain one and one with the word goals. We've got this lovely little lady here. In fact, she should have really be going on there. In fact, yeah. That's where I'm going to put her. Change my mind. I'm going to stick her on there. I can change my mind if I want. I'm going to stick her on there as decoration. There we go. I want another little one for in there now then, don't we? So let's have a look. Have I got some more card hanging about? I'm sure I have. What does this measure? This one measures 4.5 by 2. So let me just get my trimmer. Where have I put my trimmer? No, it's not that. If you could see my craft room, you'd die. It's a tip. 4.5 by 2. So we want it 4 3/4. by 2 3/4. Okay. So there's another. No, I've done that too wide, haven't I? Do you know what? It doesn't matter because I'm going to do something else. I'm going to stick that on there. It's fine. Put that on there like that. Okay. I'll just trim it. I'll just trim it because it's bugging me. So what should that have been then? If that's 2, it should have been 2 1/4. So let's trim that to 2 1/4. There we go. That's better. Don't know what I was thinking. It's because I'm making it up as I'm going along now. So what shall we have on this one? Let me have a look. I might do some more of the little, I think I'll have stars on this one. Some little stars on. You write little notes on there, can't you? Whoever gets it. I'm saying she because it's quite a girly little project. I'm sure I've got some binder clips. You can't go wrong with binder clips. I don't know if that's going to fit in. Might have to change my mind there because I think that's going to make that too bulky. So what I'll do is I will use this bit of scrap here. I'll make another tab. There we go. Find the centre-ish. There we go, and squeeze, there we go. Right, so that is my inserts done. I'm happy with those. So that all shuts like that. And the flaps all shut like that. And then that folds over like that, and you've got your little tag there. And that shuts like so. So now we need to attach our ribbon. So I'm just going to take all of my inserts out to do that, so that I've got a nice flat surface. So I need the ribbon just along this part here because that will close. So let me assess whereabouts is the middle, and I'm going to use some tearing tape. So let me see. I could measure it and be absolutely precise, but you know, then that's just not me, is it? I'm not that organised. Bit of tearing tape. Tear it off. I've got some of the pink shimmer ribbon here. Let me find the middle. I'm not quite sure how much I'm going to need yet. So I want enough to fasten at each side. So I'll just lay that over the top of my tear tape. Give it a press. Okay. So now I can put my inserts back in. I'm having that one there, and I'm having glitter in the middle. I'm having those at the end. Now I'll have that one in there. And I'm having that one in there. They can all close. That can close. That folds over. And that folds. Get in. That folds over, and then it will tie there with the ribbon. So now I just need to do the front. We're nearly done. Okay, so we're going to, first of all, we're going to stamp using this lovely flower, which is from Remarkable You, and I'm actually going to heat emboss it. So I'm going to heat emboss this, and I'm going to use silver embossing powder, and I'm going to fussy cut it, and then I will come back. So here's my lovely flower now, all nicely embossed and fussy cut. I'm going to use my aqua painters. We're going to try and use about 10 million different techniques. I'm I'm going to use everything in my craft room and, you know, about 50 different techniques. I'm going to watercolour this card. Okay. So I'm using my aqua painters, and I only want a really pale watercolour wash. I don't want it to be really dark. So I'm using Old Olive here, and I'm just gently watercolour washing on there. And then I'll just clean my brush off. Clean my brush off on my grid paper. Squeeze my blushing bride, as it were. And I'm not happy with that. There we go. And then just smoosh over this flower with my aqua painter. Just smoosh it. And then I'm just going to go add a little bit darker touches here and there. I'm just going to be knotting, just nick some ink direct from the pad. There we go. Well, another really nice finishing touch which we did at Frankfurt is to, once that has dried, add Wink of Stella, but I've run out. So don't have any, so I can't do that. So now I'm going to add some bits and bobs to the front. Let's have a look. Where's my snips? Okay. So I'm going to add just some scraps of this gold foil card here. I'm just cutting the ends. Oh, it's a bit thick, is that? I'm not keen on that. Let me just trim it so it's not as wide. I'm going to add that. Oops, with a little bit of fast fuse. And just decorating the front here. I'm going to go over the top of the ribbon, so that will help keep that on as well. And then I'm going to do some glimmer card, which I've just dropped on the floor. Excuse me while I pick it up. I'm just going to trim that to an angle as well. In fact, I'm going to cut it to the opposite way. Change my mind. Change my mind. That way. Okay. And add that on over the top. Then we'll add, trim this because again it's too wide for me, is that? Bit of a monster craftathon today, this, so do appreciate it if you're still here. If you want, you know, died of boredom and gone to do your Christmas shopping and left me playing on my own. That there. I'm just doing them totally random lengths, fairly random widths. I just need to trim that one. I don't want them too thick, else they'll look like, I don't know, too thick. That way. And that. Not thinking about it too much because I do want it to be kind of random. Kind of. I'll lift that to there, I think. Okay. I'm happy with that. Now my flower, I'm just going to press on here to see if it's dried. And while that's just drying a little bit more, I'm going to do my sentiment. I'm going to use Memento because I want it to dry quick, no other real reason. And I'm using this sentiment here, which is from a stamp set I've just got it yesterday. And it says, "You are amazing." And this is called All Things Thanks, and it's all to do with thank yous, but it's a really good, vast array of different ones. I'm absolutely loving it, so I couldn't wait to have a play. So here we are. I'm only using Memento because I want it to dry really quickly and not smudge. Okay. Otherwise I'd probably use normal basic black. I might even heat emboss it if I had a bit more time. Okay, could have done with being a bit straighter, but I'm not going to stress myself. Okay, so now I'm going to cut this out. Again, I'm not stressing about whether it's completely... Okay, I'm stressing. I am stressing. I'm fibbing. I'm stressing over whether it's straight. I'm freaking out. Is it Eckers? It's never seen straight that I'm under. I'm going to try not to stress out. Right, okay. We're not bothered. I'm going to just simply attach that with fast views. I'm going to put it round about there, like so, and then I'm going to get my little flower and I'm going to mount that with some mini dimensionals. Okay, so that it just stands proud a right little bit. Okay. God, these are fiddly. They're awesome, but they're fiddly. But, you know, they're good for getting in the nooks and crannies. And I'm still going to have to just trim that to put it on the stem, because I don't want it showing. Okay, get on. I can still hear that, whatever it is, in the background. I think it's a cement mixer. I'm going to go and I'm going to unplug it. Or do they run on petrol? I think they might run on petrol, might they? Disturbing my peace and quiet. And I'm going to stick that on there like so. And that looks really, really pretty. And then I can tie this in a bow. And I'm done. And I think that's lovely. I really, really like that. So if we open that up, we've got the lovely decorative panel here. And then we open the flaps and we've got our lovely little journaling cards. Thanks for sticking with me. It's been worth it. It's a wonderful, wonderful project. I'd suggest you give it a try. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me fold it back up and tie the bow so you can see it in its full glory. And then I'm going to go and throw a spanner at that cement mixer in background. I'm going to go do my Luddite thing. And smash up the machinery, because it's not annoying me. No, just and I'm not going to faff with that bow, but what I am going to do is I'm going to trim it a little bit shorter, and then off camera I will go and find a lighter and I will just sear the ends of that so that it doesn't fray. So there you go. Hope you'll give that a try. I'm just holding that bow because it's not sitting straight and it's annoying me. But thanks for watching. Bye for now.